Hey, this one thing that you need to get down to become very profitable and very happy in these markets: risk management. We're going to go over that in great detail today. But before I do that, y'all know I got to give you a scripture of the day. Matthew 25, verse 23. His Lord said unto him, well done, my good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over the few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Enter thou into the Lord's rest. So listen, be faithful over your small account. Be faithful over the little that you have right now. Stop blowing your account. Be faithful over it. Steward it well. And God will make you ruler over not just a big account, but more money for other things, more resources, all kind of blessings. You keep messing it up because you keep messing up your money. You feel me? So steward it right. We're going to talk about how to do that today. Let's go. Yeah, so let's talk about it, man. Hey, $4,500 made today. Crazy, easy money. Look, but we ain't here to talk about that, man. We're here to talk about how you going to eat, how you going to use this risk management to go in. You feel me? This is what you need right here. First things first, if you plan on withdrawing every single week, make sure you go over here to where your balance is. Click that. Click on this toggle right here. All right. Boom. We click on that. Now, every profit you make. Now, this is if you plan on withdrawing every week. All right. So for me personally, like I said, y'all know I use my credit cards to invest for a lot of things. So I'm just using me as an example. If I was using my credit card, like, and doing $1,000 off of it, and I know I need to pay it back, every profit I make, I'm gonna come over here. Let's say I make $100. I'm gonna hit confirm. Boom. All right, you see it deducted from my balance. Now, if I go back down here, what you see? Right here, $100. All right. Let's say the next trade, I had a good day. I made 400. Confirm. Put the 400 in there. You know what I'm saying? Now we got 500 in there. And then I just keep doing that. Every time I make good profit for the day, or whatever the case is, I'm going to put in there. Let's say the next day I make another 500 for the day. Boom. Now I got my 1,000, right, for the week. And I know I can pay my card back. So I move that back to my balance. So to move it back, you click back on here. You just swap the top. Put Forex, boom. Put 1,000, confirm. And they're going to put it right back in my balance. And then from there, I go and withdraw, right? So that's one thing I recommend 100%, just to store profits over there every time. Because the problem is, if you keep on going, right, after you made profit, chances are you're going to lose it. The longer you stay in the market, the higher risk you got of losing all your bread. So it's best to move it over there. Now, this is where the self-control and discipline is going to have to come in, because what happens if you decide to keep going and then you blow the money that you had in there? Now, what you want to do is take your profits and move it back. That's a no-go. We don't want to do that. All right, so you got to get to the point where you can say, all right, the markets will piss you off and it will make you mad some days. We know it. We know it. Sometimes it's market conditions, sometimes OTC playing around, whatever, and you just want a revenge trade. You just going to have to get that under control. You got to get it under control, y'all. So that's one way. My next way, compound plan. Make sure you go to compounddaily.org. Come over here. Put your amount in, right? Compound plan, keep you structured, keep you disciplined. All right, so your initial purchase, your initial amount, so whatever you're starting with. Let's say you're starting with 150 like I did, all right? Let's go with daily interest. Now me, I'm a little more riskier, you know what I'm saying? I'll do 15%, but if you're new, 1 to 2%. If you medium, 5%, whatever, 20%, however you want to do it, whatever you feel like you can handle. So I'm gonna do 15 for myself. However many days you want to stay in here. Now, this is important. Again, don't rush the process, trust the process. If you really need this bread, 30 days will do. If you feel like you can, extend it longer, and so you can take your time, do 90 days, do 60 days, you know what I'm saying? So I usually do 30, so I'm gonna do 30 for myself. All right, reinvest. I reinvest pretty much everything. I don't take no withdrawals to my thing is complete for the most part. I usually don't ever make it through all the way through here, but that's a whole nother story. If you trade weekends, put yes. If you don't, put no. and then calculate. All right. So look, ain't that about where I'm at right now? Ain't that about where I'm at? You know what I'm saying? 9,000. And so it's possible. I started with 150 and I'm at 9,000 now. So 30 days. All right. So when you get in here, now I do recommend downloading this PDF to your phone, computer, whatever, but it'll show you what you need to make per day. $22 first day, $25 next day, $29. If you lose a trade, double this amount for your loss. So instead of $22.50, double it, and then that'll be your loss for the day. If you lose that, come back the next day, try again, take high probability setups, you good to go. All right. Next thing you want to make sure you do is to have multiple streams of income, because the markets will stress you out. You get some side gigs, cut some hair, do some nails, ladies, whatever you got to do. Fellas, shoot some photography, something. Get your little side gig. Do not let trading pay your bills full time unless you have a large account. I don't even pay my bills with trading. Let me say that again. I don't pay my bills with trading money. I enjoy life with trading money. Business, the rest of the business money pays my bills, and then trading is for luxury. So if I mess up an account, I don't got to worry about my bills being paid. You feel me? So that's what y'all need to make sure y'all do as well. So that way you can relax in these markets. You don't got to be so stressed out because you want to do it so bad full time. If you got a job right now, understand your job is a blessing at this moment because you got a steady income, so you can kind of focus on this. Now, I know your job treacherous. You want to get up out of there, but at least you're going to have a plan. It's early in the year. Get yourself by May, by the summertime, to be out of there completely. Get your plan right together and get it popping. You dig? So back to these charts. Is, again, if I'm starting with $100, right? Let's say I'm starting with a 100. All right. Now, out the gate, I'm risking $50 of it. That's what I'm doing. I'm risking 50 out the gate, but I'm not doing it. I'm not just doing a $50 trade. Nah, it's going to be in increments of $5, right? It's going to be in increments of, $10 trades, $15 trades, or whatever the case is, all the way equaled up to there. And what happens if the balance grows from $100 to then $150? Now I have $100 to risk, right? I got $100 to risk. I got 50 plus another 50. So now I might be able to go a little bigger on my trades. Now I might be able to do $20 trades or $40 trades or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go like that. Or you can keep it small. And then what happens now when that $100 grows to $350? Right? Since I only started with 100, I got $250 I could risk in small increments. Because I only started with 100. Now you could do it like that if you want. That's usually a good way to do it. Boom, you started with 100, you're risking 250. And then if you lose the whole 250, then you start back at 100, you come back. But if you don't, and it just keeps rising, now the amount you're willing to risk can go even higher. But you have to make sure that you got high probability setup. That's the main thing, y'all. Making sure you have high probability setup. So what's high probability setups? Outside the Keltner Jones, you already know. Anything that come outside the Keltner channel, we on that. This is what we looking for. Boom. We here, outside the Keltner, we selling, coming back in. If it's outside the Keltner at the bottom or a peak out or whatever, we buying, we up. All right. So that's what you're looking for. That's a super high probability setup. What's another high probability setup? Zones. When we look at, something that happened to the left versus something that happened to the right, hey, we selling. Look how close in vicinity these are to each other, right? So we know, hey, in between here, this one, and this one right here, we're going to get some type of drop because it dropped over here, right? In between here and here right here, because this is the area, we should be getting some type of drop because what? It dropped before. Same way down here. Between here and here, we should be getting some type of buy, right? And if you take those, especially if you go to the M15 or the H1 and mark up those zones and it gets there, high probability setups. Let me load up on some of these. Sometimes you got to take that risk. You know, that's the only way that, you know, you're going to progress in this trading game. Once you get confident in your strategy, let's say you're doing a couple dollar trades, you feeling that, you get to a couple zones or you see a 10 for the win and you good. You know what I mean? Now, I will say this, if you find yourself getting stressed out, you know, more often than not, then do 10-minute trades. All right. This $4,500 trades I got profit on, 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful trade. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even look at it because my anxiety would have been all over the place. And as y'all know, if you with me on my trade, y'all know I don't like to stress out in these markets like that. And this will give you high anxiety. So I placed the trade, walked away, came back when there was only like a minute left, and we made it. You know what I'm saying? I was good. I was like, all right, bet. I couldn't sit there and watch it. But again, when it comes down to risk management, you have to learn how to control your emotions. So again, rule number 1, make sure you're moving profits over to your low wallet area. All right. Number 2, only take high probability setups. And number 3, control your emotions. Okay. If you know yourself, So if you know you've canceled withdrawals before, you know, because you went too crazy and now you got to cancel the withdrawal, the money that you already took out for your family or for whatever you got for, you took that back out, put it right back in the market to risk again, that's a no-go. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop doing that. Because at the end of the day, whatever goal you had in mind, you will not be able to get there by blowing these accounts. You're going to have to stay at the job you hate. You ain't going to be able to go on the trips you want or whatever if you as disciplined as me, because I use all my trading money for vacations, renovations, or whatever the case is, stuff that I actually want to do. I got to make sure I get to the goal because I want what I want. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at another high probability on the zones. Look at this. Boom. Zone right there. Buy right there. Buy in the same spot. Gave you so many opportunities to get in. Another, look, buy here. Was that buy there? This whole area here, buys down there, buys down there, buys down there. I mean, you got to be able to see it. So when I see something that happened over here to the left, and I see the market coming right back to that area, and it was a big move, I'm expecting another big move. So I'm going to be confident on this one. You could be right, you could be wrong, but I'm still play the game confident because what happens to the left happens to the right. Now, is it going to bounce every time? It may not, but I'm going to take that chance. I'm going to take that risk. You know what I'm saying? Now, another thing you could do risk management-wise, I would just say, if you're doing 1-minute trades, okay, and let's say you do your first 2 entries and the market ain't turning around yet, start doing 10 for the wins. You know what I'm saying? The reason why 10 for the wins is so dope and doing 10-minute trades is because, again, you giving the market 10 candles down. So if it's going up for 10 candles and you lose the first one, chances are, second entry, going up for 10 candles, that's a lot, but it happens. So if that second entry going, that's 20 minutes. Third entry, that's basically 30 minutes you've been in that same trade. They're going to drop that market eventually. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you get to the 4th entry on a 10 for the win and it just ain't been going, the market just crazy trending, you probably trading on a Monday or a Friday, or the market conditions is just weird. But for the most part, 2nd, 3rd entry, you should be getting your 10 for the wins. You know what I'm saying? You should definitely be getting them because, again, that's 40 minutes, you know, or 30 minutes, depending on how many entries you got to do, of the market just going in the same direction. Majority of the time, it's not going to go in that direction for that long. All right. So mine on this particular trade, let me go to it. Let me see if I can find it. It was this one right here. Right? I saw right here that it did once. I was just watching it. Didn't want to get in because I was technically done. I had caught 2 signals already. That was good. I was like, I'm going to chill. But then I started watching it. Then I came back to it. Seen it did this again. I'm like, okay, well, that's already 20 minutes. It didn't drop. I'm going to go ahead and enter my first one right there. 10 minutes. So this is 30 minutes. This last one went. And it went good too. You know what I'm saying? Was deep in profit. I was solid and I was good to go. You know what I mean? And sometimes you just got to have that patience in the market. You know what I'm saying? For to let the market do what it do. Don't rush the process. Trust the process. You know what I'm talking about? So make sure you taking these tips, man, and really using them to your advantage. Again, Another thing you're gonna have to stop doing is stop comparing yourself and following so many people that's doing crazy numbers. Now, it's great for inspiration and motivation. It is great. But if you get too consumed in it, you'll forget why you're doing what you do, because their lifestyle ain't your lifestyle. Half of y'all don't even want to live that lifestyle, but the internet fooled you to want to live that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I like taking trips. I like to, enjoying vacations with the fam, all the extra stuff. I ain't got to buy a car every single week or none of that type of stuff. Like, more power to the people that do that. I ain't got to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's not my lifestyle. I want to take trips with my family. I want other people to enjoy experiences because of me. So that's what I do this trading thing for. Stuff like that. And that don't even cost that much. You know what I'm saying? Because a plane ticket don't cost much. You know what I'm saying? Depending on where you're going. And if you do it right, you can get it for cheap. You know what I'm saying? Cheaper. Or if you do it right, you can buy it for free with the points off the credit card. That's a whole nother deal. But again, this risk management thing is big, y'all. And if you tired of blowing accounts, man, get yourself under control. Like I told y'all before, go on fast, go on the food fast, deny your flesh, pray about it, go to God, about it in prayer every day. And just little by little, take little steps. And eventually, you'll get there. But if you keep blowing accounts, that just lets me know you're not tired of losing money. And the moment you get tired of losing money, you'll stop blowing them. You know what I'm saying? But until then, you ain't tired yet. And you're going to frustrate yourself over and over again. Trust me, I done been there. And you're going to finally be like, all right, bro, I got to stop doing that. I can't keep mismanaging God's money. He trusted me with this skill and this money to do something with. So I need to take it, be more responsible with it. And then from there, things start to change, man. But that's me. Giving my spiel to y'all on my soapbox. You dig? I love y'all. Y'all already know. Lord willing, I will see y'all in another video. Holla at your boy.